Hey Camel Racers, this is my first attempt at doing a lap walkthrough for the Audi 90 GTO. This will be for Daytona 2007, which is week 1 of season 1 of 2017. So for starters, we're approaching the start-finish line right up here, and I will be drifting to the right to approach turn 1. Now, as you just heard, I'm lifting off a little before this marker here, right around where this red line is. The goal is to get from the outside wall here, past this, essentially an early apex, in as straight a line as possible, while swinging wide for the corner right over here. I'll be trail braking, which you'll be able to see right in here, and the goal here is to not lose control of the car. So you'll feel between your force feedback and just the way the car is behaving, you'll see hopefully when you're going to start losing control. And when that happens, you want to let off on the trail braking. You can set your car up to do better at straight line braking and have more stability, but it will not be as fast. Now I'm staying inside as much as possible through here to try and slingshot around this corner and down the twisty, somewhat straight that follows. Flipping both of these curbs as straight as possible and swinging to the left. Now, in between where that white pit exit line ended and where this pavement angles out to straighten out, right in between those 2 points is where I usually start to brake. A lot of this is done by feel. You can move that forward or back as you like, but that's kind of where I'm using as a general braking point. Now we have a pretty sharp right-hander here, so we'll be swinging to the left and trying to slow down as much as possible to hit the apex curb. Taking this in first, and as soon as we think we have the grip, hard on the power, nudging all the way to the left there, maximize speed here, dab of the brakes, just to get the front end a little more grip, swing all the way to the right. And now as soon as we've gotten our maximum speed here, we'll be braking very quickly. Generally, with a right-hander like this, you'd want to swing to the left to maximize your radius and maximize your speed. However, you can kind of see there's a crown here, and if you go too far to the left, your grip just disappears. So I generally stay middle to right in this area. Now, as was pointed out in Nissan video earlier, this can kind of be treated as a double apex. So this is not the apex of the full corner. This is just the very beginning of that double apex section. We'll try to clip that corner. I was a little wide here. I actually stayed tight, but there was the second part of the apex. And now, you heard, I'm full on the throttle here. As soon as I think I have enough grip to give it full throttle and not go over the edge of the yellow here, I'm on it. Back to the right. And right around where this paint bends is where I've been hard on the brakes. You can see I'm a little early here. I'm getting hit the brakes a little early. But if you overshoot this corner, overcook that, you killed your entire lap. So I usually err on the side of caution here. Try to nudge that yellow right there and stay on the inside and maximize speed through here, minimize tire scrub, because you got a long way on full throttle here. This is a good place to check your fuel levels, make sure you know where the cars are that are coming, make sure you know where the Nissans are that will be approaching you shortly, but watch out for your markers up here. You can go a little beyond the 2 marker to brake, but I usually err on the side of caution, because just like the previous corner, if you mess up this next bit, you're going to be waiting a while, and you'll see if you have your relative indicator up here, you'll see it just dwindle down. With the Audi, it's very much slow in, fast out. Take advantage of that acceleration, because the deceleration is a little lacking at times. So make use of the strengths of the car. Another place for trail braking. You'll be able to feel as the car goes. You see I have just a little bit of brakes here. I'll try to clip both of these curbs. Do some practice and make sure you know how far you can go with these, because it's very easy to get a lot of off tracks here. And if you have the SR to spare, go for it. But just be aware of where these boundaries are. Now you can see I'm a little further to the left than you'd see on some of the Nissan videos. But what I'm trying to do is angle myself to slingshot, just nudging this curb and the nearly invisible curb over here. As soon as I think I can hit those at full throttle, I got that gas pedal pinned to the floor. Again, make sure you know just how much you can cut there. You want to maximize your cut of those areas without getting a 1x, because that's how you maximize your speed through here. Taking the shortest route around, checking your mirrors, make sure you know what's coming, and as we get to the line, drift to the right to start the process all over again.